Well, that was a disaster. Well, I gotta say, I put a video up the other day of how slow it was at work. And I don't know if it's my karma coming around to bite me in the butt. I jinxed myself. But last night was the opposite of the night before. We were annihilated. I've never actually been so busy at this job since I started working here. Typically in the ER you'll get 4 patients, and I had 8. Good times with that. Well, as the story goes, driving home, glad to be driving home because that was a suck fest. We all pretty much hated life. Life is better now, for the most part, and it's time to get the hell out of here and do some stuff that is not work related. So I don't have to touch anyone's bodily fluids, anyone's stuff, deal with anyone's shenanigans, you name it. If you guys only knew half the stuff an ER nurse does, you'd be freaking amazed. The funny thing about working in an emergency room, the ER is a dynamic environment. Stuff can change at the drop of a hat, the blink of an eye, and if you're not ready for it, it's going to kill you, and maybe your patient. So you need to stay on top of it. You need to manage the patient flow. You need to manage the patient care, and just keep stuff smooth and flowing. Easier said than done sometimes. The ER I work in now sees far less volume than the ER I used to work in, and it's a different mindset of how things work around there. I'm still getting used to it, even though I've been there for about 8 months now. It's sometimes these things are just different, and it takes some getting used to. But that's okay. It's a nice change. ER nurses are a different kind of breed. Definitely a different kind of nursing. Lots of other nurses hate ER nurses. They don't think they get good reports. They don't think they're worried about things that are important. And actually, ER nurses aren't worried about things that other nurses are worried about. ER nurses are a lot of times in a constant flow. They've got things going on all the time. They're managing, they're juggling, and everything is like time sensitive. And it's just, usually a fast-paced environment. You know, you're not sitting on someone for all night long, you know, especially if you can help it, because ER nurses don't want that kind of relationship. They want to get their patient, fix them, or send them somewhere. They want to send them home, they want to send them upstairs, but they want them to go somewhere. They want things to happen. You know, you fix what you can, and you leave the rest up to someone else that's going to do some maintenance and get them back on their feet and get them back to where they need to be. So ER nurses don't care about the last time you had a bowel movement, you know, unless your chief complaint is like constipation. So that being said, last night was hectic, and to all you ER nurses out there, thanks for what you do. For all the rest of you nurses out there, thanks for what you do. You may not like us, but that's all right. I'll tell you what, I got to hand it to all the ICU nurses and med-surg nurses, neuro nurses. And let's not even get into talking about the psych nurses. What you guys do, I have no desire to do any of that. And most ER nurses don't want to do that kind of stuff. They want to do the immediate interventions that their patient needs for that minute, then move on to the next thing. You guys have that ongoing maintenance, and you're good at it. It's your forte, and we just aren't there.